Until we meet at the Weather Network next weekend, I am leaving you with the weather forecast from coast to beautiful coast across Canada. Let's take a look. That stretch of sweltering heat is certainly going to continue across Ontario. And now it's actually going to be spreading towards northern Ontario as well. So that heat advisory is going to stretch all the way from southwestern Ontario into Kingston, as well as stretching north towards Kincardine. Now, we have been dealing with all that heat and humidity. It's going to be hot for our Monday, but it's not going to peak until Thursday. Toronto at 33 degrees, going to feel like 41. Windsor, it's going to feel like 42 degrees. And as we head towards northern Ontario, Thunder Bay, it's going to feel like 33. It'll be 25 degrees. Chapleau and Timmins, it's going to feel like 39 and 40 degrees. Now, across the prairies, we have been seeing all of that hyperactivity even for our Sunday evening. Severe thunderstorm warnings for southern Saskatchewan, southern Manitoba. It looks like all of this is moving towards northern Ontario. We've already seen severe thunderstorm warnings for northeastern Ontario. Now it looks like this system about midnight is going to be moving towards northwestern Ontario, hitting Thunder Bay just after midnight. Heavy rainfall, small hail, the biggest hazards there, pushing north towards Fort Hope for our Monday, and then pushing back east towards Timmins. But we are also going to be dealing with that heat and humidity for the week to come in northern Ontario as well. And on the west coast, those isolated showers and thunderstorms, well, that's going to continue for the interior as well as northern BC. Looks like the lower mainland is going to remain dry up until Tuesday, because by Tuesday, we're going to see a weak trough push in, and then we're going to be dealing with some showers there. As far as our thunderstorm forecast from Revelstoke all the way to Fort Nelson, this is going to be pushing into Alberta as well, from Lethbridge all the way into Red Deer and touching upon Edmonton. We are going to be dealing with that heavy rainfall, small hail, as well as strong wind gusts. And yes, it is still July. Now into the Atlantic we go, as we can see this low pressure system here really pushing through the Maritimes as well as Newfoundland. This is going to be giving us some rainfall predominantly for New Brunswick, but we are going to see some rainfall through parts of Nova Scotia, Charlottetown and Fredericton, like I mentioned as well. Halifax, your Monday at 16, Charlottetown your Monday at 16, but here's that preset, Fredericton at 22. St. John's, this is the real temperature story throughout the Atlantic, well below seasonal. In fact, we were dealing with a frost advisory this weekend. That has since been dropped. Your Monday at 12, it's going to feel like 10, but here's the silver lining. Maritimes, just about seasonal, if not a touch below. By the next weekend, looks like St. John's, you're going to be back at seasonal as well. I hope you enjoyed your weather forecast from coast to beautiful coast in Canada, and I will see you next weekend on the Weather Network.